Oh, like that. Like that. Oh, there's that up there a bit. How's that? Ah, are we working? I think we might be. Yes, evening all. I think we're working. If we are, give us a thumbs up underneath so I know it's working. Or type something to say, yes, we're here. I think we are. What a hectic day. Just moving the camera a little bit. Bear with me, I just had camera power supply playing up again. Right, let's see. Evening Peter, David and Peter. Good, good. Hopefully you can hear and see me. Or hear me at least, anyway. Peter says all good. Marvellous. Right. Evening Paul. Yes, I've literally just got back from Leamington about half an hour ago. Or, well, my day out was at Leamington this morning. I had some other stuff to do this afternoon. I took some quick snaps of machines that have arrived in Leamington, which I'll show you in a bit, hopefully, if I put them in the right place. And then again, literally about 10-15 minutes ago, I whizzed outside to try and take some snaps of this. This light's a bit bright tonight. Maybe that light a little bit. Can't see. The model fairground and the two Punch and Judy working models, though I can't really get to anything because it's all just rammed in the garage, so I'll have it all out tomorrow and photograph it properly. But anyway, I'll give you an idea in a minute. Hopefully everyone can now log into the website after the problems we had on Friday the 13th, of course. It was so frustrating. I kept looking and looking and looking. I couldn't find any problems at our end. I hadn't changed any of the login code or anything. I had the hosting company look at it. They couldn't find anything wrong either. There's no errors showing up on all our server logs. It was just something somewhere down the network was affecting some people, and it was to do with the security keys when you log in. Basically, when you log in, every time you log into the account, to put it in simple terms, the website produces a key and a lock on your account. So the key sits on your computer. There's a session cookie, as it's called, and there's a lock on your account. And as long as the key matches the lock, you can access your pages of the website. When you close a website down, that lock and key are destroyed, and next time you visit, a new lock and key is produced all the time. And for somehow or other, old keys were somehow getting stored where they shouldn't be. Somewhere along the line, they're getting cached somewhere. So people were visiting with an old key which didn't fit the new lock, if that makes sense. That's the easiest way to put it in layman's terms. That seemed to happen from sort of midday-ish Friday, and then midday or about 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, everything just suddenly seemed to right itself again. So yeah, if anyone still have any problems, do a browser refresh or clear browser cache. If you hold down the control key, CTRL key at the bottom left of your keyboard, if you're on a Windows machine, and press F5 at the same time, that will usually do it. It's slightly different on the Mac. I think it's the command key. I haven't got Macs, but if there's still any problems, let me know. But otherwise, all is good, I think. So that's that out of the way. Let me just have a mouthful of tea because I've not had enough tea today. So yes, right. So next auction. Oops, let me see. I'll click the wrong thing and make everything disappear. Where are we at the moment? Yeah, I added some more stuff the other day. 11s in that sort of unrestored, untouched, original condition, all working. A couple of animated shooting gallery target finger box, the big strike and all-win, which is rather nice. I'm not sure what order these are coming out in, but anyway, there's a whole load more come in, and more to come in as well. So somewhere here I've got this. Let me see if I can get this picture gallery to work. They're very rough and ready pictures, so you'll have to excuse that. I think it's this button here. Here we are. Hopefully this is like, yeah. So a Bunce Bunny Aristocrat. That's on Old Penny. So that's quite good fun. A Bunce Bunny. All these are going a bit fast, aren't they? Never mind. We'll just let them whirl through. Decibel, I think that one needs a bit of work. I think there might have been an escalator in that one from memory. Mills, light up, 1p, that one's on. The Jubilee, that's the 4 diamond, Silver Jubilee, I think somebody said it's called that one. Or one with the 4 diamonds on rather than the 5. This is rather good. The whale sort of display with some miniature Allwins in it. Allwins are about the size of a pack of cards or so. A nice Cascade Deluxe, somebody was looking for one. That's got all its trips on it. Quite a nice one. Jackpot Allwin, a craft one. Old penny. What else have we got? Oh, this one. This is Chefrus, I think. This one. Haven't seen this one before. Another's got a Jackpot Allwin. Looks like the Chefrus cabinet. A nice fruit bowl, penny again. What else have we got? So these are the fairground. You can see it's all rammed in the garage. So this set of gallopers in the foreground, that's about 3 foot across or so. The big wheel's probably about 3 foot high. We can see there's the block wall it's against. Might be more than 3 foot actually. That's sat on a table, so you can see it's wider than one of my normal trestle tables. So that's the biggest model. Let me just pause these a minute if I can. There you go. So these 2 Punch and Judys, the trouble is we had to unload the van pretty quickly and it all got rammed in the garage, as you can see, and I can't actually get to it to photograph it until I've had it all out again tomorrow. So I was trying to lean across 10 minutes ago when these photographs were taken, literally just to get a snap. But as far as I could see when we very quickly hiked them in the garage, they look like proper Punch and Judy puppets, but have then been strung up in cabinets, a bit like same as a Pelham puppet machine. So the one to the left of the picture there, you can see with Punch and Judy written on the top of it, that is about the size of a Pelham puppets machine. And then the other one in the foreground underneath the Chairplane working model, that's a bit smaller. That's more like a bit bigger than a crane sort of dimension, and it sits on a base, so it's countertop but has a base to go with it as well, if that makes sense. But obviously I'll photograph them properly tomorrow and you'll see a bit better. I think I managed to get on with a flash on which showed a little bit more. Yeah, let's pause that one. You can just about see the puppets in that one. Sorry, they're a bit naff. As I say, I was just busy and very quickly try to get something. Just to give you a very quick idea what they are. But they're quite fun puppets by the look of them. So they should... I don't think they're coin up. I think they're... I don't know, actually, if they are or not. I didn't notice a slot on them, but then I was carrying one end and the other chap was carrying the other end. But you can see all the models. There's about, I think there's about 20 or so models altogether. So there's the big wheel, the big gallopers, there's a cakewalk up the top right there, swing boats, steam yachts, octopus, moon rocket. I remember there's a moon rocket. Might have been 2 lots of steam yachts, I can't remember. Sort of a gondola type thing. I think there was a waltzer. A couple of steam engines, a couple of trucks. Yeah, a lot of it. So, when the Chairplanes, obviously, that's sitting on there. There you can just about see the top of the puppets machine. It's with the camshafts and the cam levers. There's 2 or 3 motors. They haven't been plugged in for a few years, so no idea if any of it will work or not. I might plug it in for a laugh. The worst that can happen is it goes bang, I guess. Always good fun, isn't it? Let's see what else. A better angle. Yeah. Top there, what we've got, gondola type thing, octopus. I think there's a moon rocket on the middle shelf. Steam yachts on the lower shelf. Yeah. Chairplane on top of the Punch and Judy. It's a good greatness, all scratch built, and which is, you know, the scratch built stuff always has. I'll just let these run through a minute. I think much more charm than the kit built fairground models, because they just all look the same, don't they? Whereas someone's imagination and a bit of creativity on scratch built models are a lot of fun. So all those fairground models and the 2 Punch and Judys came from John and Pat Gresham collection, the Pocklington Penny Arcade Museum, for those of you who are old enough to remember it. I never actually got there. I only met John there once. He came down to one of our auctions once, many years ago, when we had him at the village hall down the road. And if I remember rightly, I think he passed away the next day or that night or something. So I'm not sure if it was a shock of my auction that killed him or what, but we can't help feeling slightly responsible. But yeah, and then Pat died a couple of years ago, is it now? Something like that. I lose track of time. But yeah, so there's quite a nice batch of stuff. So as well as these machines, also coming that I know of from memory, my memory is a bit addled today, there's a Jennings Governor Decibel, I think it is, coming. There's another Seeger Light Up, I think, coming. Another Bandit of some sort coming. Laughing Sailor is at the Elephant House. I didn't get a picture of that because it's filthy dirty at the moment. It's been in storage thick with dust. Someone's cleaning before I photograph it. Pusher, I haven't found out what the pusher is yet. A double-sided pusher. A countertop pusher. A merchandiser. What other machine-wise was there? Can't remember. There's a load of fairground stuff coming next Saturday, which is very tight for time, but I'm not sure what that is. There's some circus stuff coming. There's some magic stuff coming. The carved pig coming. There's 3 carved horses here, different sizes. So a lot of stuff is going to be a really good sale, I think. So yeah, and we're cracking on in the week, trying to get all this stuff catalogued, photographed, etc. What else is there? A couple of nice bits of automata, they're good fun. Some other puppets. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Some advertising signs and bits and bobs. So yeah, so if you've got stuff, get it in ASAP. Sunday the 22nd is absolute deadline, which won't be shifted because I've got to allow me time to then photograph it, catalogue it, upload it to Easy Live, and so on and so forth. So that date cannot be stretched for anybody, no matter how much of a favour I owe you. That date is it to get stuff in this first auction. So there we are. Any questions or comments on any of this, let me know. I'll just let them whiz through a minute for anybody who's joined us a bit late. That's just fresh auction stuff to go on the website. Robert has sent me a couple of little video clips of his arcade, where we're all going on the 3rd. What have I done with them? They're on the phone here somewhere. Anyway, I will get them sorted out and uploaded tomorrow, probably now, realistically. So you can have a look. I think there's 67 machines there at the minute. There's a real good selection. Allwin's, bandits, working models, fortune tellers, 2-player games, racers, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, so some nice bits you don't see every day. And then shortly after, a few weeks after we go up there on the 3rd of July, it's going to double in size. So we'll have to go again, maybe in another 6 months' time, and we can see the new improved big arcade. Evening, David, and another David. Excellent. We've got lots of Peters and lots of Davids, look. And an old Paul, very old Paul, really, bless him. So yeah. Yeah, so I will get some more details of that up, and we've also got some details of some other attractions nearby, hotels and all that, so I'll put it all together on the page on the website in due course. So if you go in, you can get your hotel booked or whatever you want to do. for that one. And then we'll start putting a list together of things. It's like Northampton, if you come to that one, or if you've seen a little video, if you want to bring along something or several things, be they machines or bits of fairground art or anything you think. It doesn't have to be that stuff, it can be anything you like really, just whatever you collect, whatever you're into, because you never know who else is into stuff. So if you can, bring along a few bits to you know, show other people really. I'm toying with what to bring. I'm trying to convince myself to go to the effort to dig out, because they're all over the place at the minute, my tool BMCO machines, the extra tool, like the butterflies and billiards and things. Because I think I've got 9 of them now. Might be 10, I'm not sure. And I don't think there's been that many of those extra tool BMCO machines all in a line since the photograph on the front of the Bollens catalogue was taken, I shouldn't think. So that might be quite nice, I thought, to do. Yeah, I'll have to think on that one, because they're not all in one place and they're not easy to get to either. But it's an excuse to me. I've never seen them all in a line myself, and they're my machines. So if you can convince me to do it, then I'll perhaps do it. And we'll see what else we can rustle up. I think the rumour is that Kevin from Whitley Bay might be bringing some nice bits, some unusual bits to look at. So that'll be good. He's got some nice bits and bobs. And yeah, so have a think on that one. Let me know. I'll do a bit of a list on the page like we did last time, and then you can see what's going to be there, and you know, so we don't get too many duplicates. Hopefully, you get a nice selection of stuff to look at. Right, okay, we're bored looking at these pictures. Let's just let these fairground rides run through one more time, and then we'll look at something else. I think any questions, comments on any of that lot, fire away. And I'll do my best to answer. Where are the fairground pictures gone? They disappeared. Not sure where they've gone. Who's beeping at me now? Hang on a minute. No, that's okay. Have we lost some pictures? I've had a few days of tech going wrong. The power supply on my camera keeps going dodgy. So it's got 2 batteries in it tonight, so hopefully it will last a bit longer than it did last week when I had to put it on battery. But if I suddenly disappear, you'll know what's happened. The battery's gone again. Although the sound should keep going because that's on a different system. Oh, here we are. Here's the fairground again. Yeah, so all this stuff will sell as individual lots rather than as a whole thing. There's a bit of a lot for somebody to take on as one go. Obviously, if somebody wants to buy the whole lot, well, then they can just buy all the lots. But we'll sell it ride by ride. It's all to go, no reserve, whatever it sells for. So hopefully it will find some good homes. But yeah, that could do with going with somewhere, you know, in a museum somewhere. It'd be lovely. Get it all set up. A coin up. But there used to be one down south. Well, I remember when I was a kid visiting one down, I can't remember where it was, down Devon way somewhere. It was a museum. I never know what happened to it. It had some interesting stuff in there. They had few machines, and I also had a model fairground set up. Gary says, hi, trying again to say evening all. First time fair for some reason. Oh, don't know why, Gary. Let's work this time. It didn't work before. How strange. Don't know why that is. Let's go back over here for a minute. Yeah, so and there was a whole. It was quite a small museum. I think it was in like an old school or something from Brightly. But they had a whole working model fairground, and I'm sure it was sort of on, you walk all the way around it. I can't remember if it's, I'm sure it was on several slots, only like 5p or something, but you know, each ride had a slot on it, as it were, so you could, it was a clever idea because it was kind of a bit of a game as a kid to run around and try and put a coin in every slot to get every ride working all at the same time, so you got the whole fair running, which of course encouraged you to put money in all the slots rather than just having one 50p to run the whole fair. So I thought that was a very good idea. But I don't know what happened to that. I had a lovely coal mine model there as well. Amazing thing. I don't know where that went. So if anybody can remember that that place, or knows where the fairground model went, or where the coal mine was huge. It was, I don't know, 8 or 10 foot long and sort of 4 or 5 foot wide and several feet tall. Again, you walked all the way around the edge, and it was all like, the little men were only a few inches tall, but it was all like tunnels, like coal seams, and they're all picking away with their pickaxes, and little mine carts running up and down, and all sorts, loads and loads of detail in it. Incredible thing. And they'd done it so you could see in the end of it and see, which fascinated me as a kid, of course, all the camshafts and everything running it all. So yeah, pretty spectacular model. No idea where it is now, but it's must have gone somewhere. Somebody must know where it is. But anyway, so yeah, David says, good evening, Gary. Excellent, there we are. I see it is working. Right, what have I done to the website other than trying to get it to work the other day when it wouldn't, which was none of my fault. What I'm doing in the background, on the categories, the circus category will appear shortly. If you go on to where all the new pages are, on the little kind of archivey, museumy icon, you'll probably see in the background all the new pages I've been making. So yeah, I've been splitting all the fairground stuff up. So it's been mostly fairground and circusy stuff I've been working on. In the background there. But let's find some, yeah. So any of the circus packs you can click on them, but there's not, the circus isn't in the menu yet because I haven't finished fiddling around with it, but the actual pages are there, you'll see. Updated dozens and dozens of pages. It's one of those things I just sit there in the morning with my cup of tea and just fiddle around going through pages and fiddling around and correcting odd mistakes and updating stuff and whatnot. So it's just a continuously rolling project on that lot, really. David's off. Good night, all, he says. Good night, David. Catch you again, no doubt. I put some more images up. Oh yeah, these banners we were looking at. If we go to the coin op, wanted, if anybody's got any, are these Greaves machines? By Greaves of Leicester. Wanted Mansion, Beat the Dealer, Showman, Monetary, Fire Belt, and Alien Attack. I quite like the look of Alien Attack. It's not one I've seen before. Kind of space, or presumably come out at the same time as Space Invaders, sort of very late 70s. It's got that very 70s kind of computery writing font as well. Anyway, so if you've got any of those Bally conversions, we've got a keen collector looking for them. So good time to sell those. Yeah. So this, somebody said, if you just hit on the for sale. So this, the blue box here shows new lots added in the past week. Someone said, oh, and we should show the whole lot. Well, the whole lot will show in the auction catalogue, but I guess I could make them all show here. Just quick links through. But they do all show if you go to calling up machines, and it shows all the machines in the auction. Or if you go catalogue so far, if you go to fairground, it shows all the fairgrounds catalogue so far and advertising and so on. So you can see it all there. It's just that the initial page you go to just shows the latest updates, as it were. So that's how that one works. So there we are. So plan for this coming week. I'm around Cambridge most days. Hopefully one day new van's coming, so that's going to take a bit of time. I'm swapping that around. Otherwise I'm around. Next weekend, which is the closing date for the auction, I will be in Leamington on the Saturday and here on the Sunday. So bear that one in mind. I'll possibly be at Leamington one day in the week this week. I don't know. It depends on when the van comes, basically. Because I can't get much in my car, basically. So as soon as the truck arrives, new van arrives, I'll be back to Leamington again. I'm hoping it's going to be Wednesday. People are coming here Thursday, I know, to Cambridge to drop some stuff off. And also Alan the carrier is coming here next weekend as well. So if you've got anything to give to him in the week. Where is he about this week? Let's have a look. Shipping page. What date are we on? 15th at the moment. 17th, so he's doing southwest this week. And then, well, southwest and southeast. So basically anywhere south. It was Scotland and north. He's just coming back by the looks of it this weekend, last week. So bear that in mind if you're down that way and you've got anything to send in for auction. Get hold of Alan. You can stick it on his van and drop it off to me. Yeah, so there we are. That's probably, I think that's all I need to tell you at the moment. As I say, yeah, chaotic day, rushing about. Have I got any more notes here that I need to mention? I don't think so. So it's basically a week of cataloguing stuff for me. So you should see new stuff appear every day. Obviously, if you need any more details or anything, let me know. If you're coming to view stuff, just get in touch first, because although I'm around all week, some of the machines have this stuff here is still in Leamington. I photographed it this morning. And I say it will come back here as soon as my new van arrives. So you can't actually view these bits yet. Anything that's currently on the website, you can view. That is all here in Cambridge already. So just bear that in mind. And as I say, the social, the 3rd of July, I will get the details of that up. And these little video clips, little kind of little walk rounds are quite good. And yeah, it'll give you an idea then what's to look at there. And hotel details and whatnot, then you can start booking your hotels if you're going. Then also I'm going to try and firm up the date for the visit down to Dingles in whenever it is, October time sometime. Because a couple of people have asked me because they've got holidays and half terms and things to work around. So I will try and get that date sorted out as well. I did make a note on my desk somewhere. I'll make another one to get hold of the Heritage Trust. FHT Dingles. Dingles Day. We'll have a Dingles Day. That sounds fun, doesn't it? Yeah. So there we are. So that's all from me, I think. And if anyone's got any questions they need answers to, then let me know. Otherwise, I'll finish my cup of tea and go and carry on with some work. Or I might get married and have an hour off. Start again in the morning. We shall see, we shall see. So yeah, looks like you're all quiet, so that's probably it, I think. I'll let these pictures run through perhaps one more time. What was the last one? Don't know. And then we'll call it a... Yeah, so when it gets round to Bunce Bunny again, if there's no questions or comments coming, we'll call that a night, I think. Super. Any problems in the meantime, you know where I am, of course. Give us a shout, whatever. And we will go from there. Next video we'll do on Tuesday night. There should be a lot more stuff to look at again by Tuesday night. So we'll have a look at that then. Mr. Tree Frog, Steve, will commission bids be able to be left before the auction? Yes. As soon as the catalogue goes up on Easy Live, then you can leave bids on there. Which I will do. The reason I was going to do it early, but then from a bit of advice I decided not to, because when people first get their search alert things pop up to say, oh look, there's an auction here with a slot machine in it, we decided it'd be better if they got that alert when there's 30 or 40 slot machines or 30 or 40 bits of fairground art or enamel signs or wherever it is that they're interested in, rather than just being the odd thing, because then it would really grab their attention, hopefully. So that's why I've left it a bit. I was going to sort of do it last week and then do it a bit longer, you know, a couple of more updates. So it still won't be, there still will be probably an update. So the catalogue will start to go live this coming week, and then it'll be updated again probably on the Tuesday or something, after the weekend of closing entries, if that makes sense. David says he's left a note on messages. Okay, I'll have a look at that in a minute. Mr. Trooper, is that with you or Easy Live as they charge? Oh, right. Oh, I see what you mean. You can leave bids with me, I think. I've got to see how to, because bear in mind I do everything myself. I haven't got a whole row of Felicities like all the other auctions have to do commission bids for me. So as long as I'm not sure. That's a short answer. Because I need to log them onto the system so it bids for you against anybody else bidding. Because I can't watch the bidding screens and rustle bits of paper around and say, well, hang on a minute, Tom left a bid on that one, I think. Where's my bit of paper gone, etc. Obviously, whilst I'm doing it. If you leave absentee bids on Easy Live, you see it just comes through as a live bid, it looks like to me, as I'm doing it. With everybody else, so it only bids up to you know, as high as it needs to knock anybody else out. But I'll look into that and find out the answer. They charge, if you then charge you the, depending on how you do it, if you do the £3 registration option, which if you're going to be buying a machines, it doesn't make any sense not to, because any machine is going to be more than 3%, so you're better off paying the £3, you know what I mean. That's the whole auction, not per bid or per whatever. But yeah, I'll look into it and see if I can take bids directly somehow. Without, you know, I can obviously take them, but as I say, it's a case of having somebody to do it, because when I'm trying to do everything, that's the only issue I can see. Or you could have the day off and sit here with me and do the bids, couldn't you? That'd be a good idea for everybody else. Yeah. Any more questions? Anything you need to know? David, I'll have a look at your message in a minute when I turn this off. Otherwise, I will crack on and yeah, get some of this stuff sorted out tomorrow and photographed. So it's not bucketing down with rain, so I've got to get it all out of the garage where I shoved it in the other day, and then photograph it and put it back in so we can actually get at it to look at it if anybody wants to come and view. But there we are. So I think that's it. I think you're all bored enough now, so I shall bid you all farewell. Catch up again Tuesday night. I'll just stick a message on here. Next video Tuesday night. Oops. Should be lots or auction lots to look at by then. There we go. Shove that in there like that. Anybody who reads the comment later on. So have a jolly evening and I'll catch you Tuesday. In the meantime, if you need anything, send me a message and I'll see you then. Night all.